All right, we are starting Godless today.
I know. Where is he? I miss him.
I figured
I feel
we would
lost
need
without him.
The main reason I wanted to wait for him is because I didn't know how to do the intro video thing.
But you
I
figured it out. So
you
realize that you don't need God.
Yeah, I guess God I don't need it anymore. But we did. We do have movies ready to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry it took us so long to get back.
I know, I've missed everyone.
It's been a couple months.
Me too. Do we even have a list of stuff that we might choose from for the next movies?
No, because we were supposed to log in 15 minutes ahead of time and talk about that, and we didn't.
Yeah, sorry guys. I had to deliver some t-shirts.
Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, well, no, I watched all the movies. It was just
okay. We don't have to throw me under the bus that early.
Yeah, you had
35 seconds in. We don't need to.
I thought you were
do all that.
Talking about okay.
Yeah, I didn't watch one of them. We'll figure out which one. Actually, it'll be a fun game. I'm gonna pretend that I've watched all of them and comment on them, and then chat. You have to tell us which one I really didn't watch.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Wait, Rich says I need to relog into StreamYard, Jeff. Do you need me to check my email for a code or something?
Oh, he's not attached with his email?
Okay.
Here we go.
I was like that.
Rich, I'm gonna send it to you via Teams.
Hi, Sashi. How are you doing? Sorry, just responding to some of these.
All right. So Rich will be joining us soon.
Okay.
We're Ahmed will be here with us soon. He's doing some gear stuff in the house, in the HQ.
Yeah. When last we left our heroes, Ahmed had not moved into this house yet. But now I have friends. I have people living here with me now. It's so great.
Yeah,
what's happened?
It really is awesome over here with Ahmed and his family now. Like, we have such a great family dynamic going on with me and Taylor, and then Ryan, and then Ahmed's fam. It's just
we have like big family dinners every night.
It's excellent.
His son's 9 years old, and I'm tossing him around in the pool. That's how got to get these muscles going.
Right.
It's been
throwing him around like a rag doll.
Yeah, truly. He started out like being very nervous about like being tossed and that sort of thing, and now it's like I can't keep up.
How deep is the pool?
It gets to be about 5.5 feet, I would say. 5 maybe. 5
Oh, okay. So not super.
It goes up to like
deep.
Here for me. So I'm 6'5", so yeah, about 5.5.
It'll go down to like
super tall
here for me.
You just mustache over water.
Yeah.
Like a mustachioed alligator.
But yeah, what Ahmed's working on right now, he's getting an Ethernet port installed into the his butt, and also the custom record player that I have put into the HQ. So now, whenever we play records, it'll play through the speakers of the record player and in all the speakers in the house on the bottom floor. So that's really cool. But anyway, today we have watched and we'll be reviewing, and I know all of you in the audience have done your homework.
Yeah, give us your scores.
And watched Ladyhawke and Slither and Black Death.
Yep.
I know that all of you guys watched that. So please do. What should we start with, guys? What do you want to start with?
Well, in order of the way I have it on the thumbnail is Slither. Slither's the first one.
Okay.
I think Black Death might have been the extra credit, so that one was the last one. But I honestly don't care unless Ahmed wants to be here for a particular one.
Let's start with Slither. And Slither we watched in honor of us releasing The Grinding on Soundbooth, exclusively on soundbooth.app. So if you guys haven't already, go pick that up. It is a Matt Dinniman novel. It is a pure horror. It's narrated by myself and by Annie Ellicott doing the female voices. And it's really, really excellent. So I hope you guys will go check it out. Where it at soundbooth.app. So go find it there, pick up our app, and pick up everything else that's on there too. Every single title on the app. But the grinding first. So Slither was our choice to honor that. Everyone in the chat, please give your number rating from 1 to 10 of Slither. And yeah, who wants to go first on this one?
Have you guys had you seen this before?
Yes,
I had not. No, this was my first go.
Okay, did you know it was James Gunn, one of his earlier films?
I did when we started watching it, but no, I did not know that going in.
Okay.
But yes, when I was watching it, I was aware, and I was like, oh yeah, I see it.
I'd seen it a couple times before I rewatched it, so there's quite a bit I still remembered. Mostly the extreme body horror that's going on. And Michael Rooker was like, it's just a bee sting.
No, it's not. Oh, it was great.
I enjoyed this movie. It's definitely not perfect for me. I forgot how much in here was gag inducing to me because my gag reflex was really triggered. But I also like the comedy of it. So this very firmly falls in the horror comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yep.
Which, doesn't always work, but for me it worked. And it's just it doesn't wear out its welcome. Isn't it only 90 minutes long?
Yep.
I know, yeah.
I subjected my husband to this on the night that I had to watch it, so he was wondering what in the absolute hell was going on.
He's not used to your horror taste yet.
This is not his type of thing. But he also could recognize the humor because he was laughing at appropriate moments. But I enjoy it. I think if you like horror comedy and you're not too squeamish about some of the nastiness that was going on in here.
But the nastiness was incredible.
Yeah, I think it was very well done. Yes,
I mean, these were people that when they set out to write and then direct this, people that knew horror. Because I feel like if you're going to do horror comedy, you have to understand horror to make the comedy happen.
Yes,
and they understand the genre so well, and it was just it was nasty.
It was nasty. Very nasty.
The meats.
The meats, yeah. So did James Gunn have any other horrors before this one?
Oh.
Or has he done any horror since?
Well, I would say that
I looked up his stuff and then I forgot to specifically look for things like horror. Let me go back because what year was this? Was in mid double O's, right?
Yeah.
So,
I would say early double O's, right? 2003.
He did the screenplay for Dawn of the Dead. That doesn't. I mean, that's not really that. Okay, I'm looking under his writing. I'm looking for his director stuff. Okay, he's directed 19 films.
Directed Brightburn.
Yeah, that was. Oh, yeah, that one's a horror. That's like a superhero horror.
I have not seen Brightburn. I did not know he directed that. Where are you seeing this?
Rich said it.
Really? Yeah, it's not showing up in his IMDb.
It's not?
Uh-uh.
Maybe he didn't. It didn't look like when I watched it, I didn't think it was gunny.
No, it was David Yarovesky, but it was produced. Yes.
Okay.
And two other guns wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had his hands in it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This I think this was sort of a progenitor of the Suicide Squad. Like the whole concept of Starro, right? In the Suicide Squad, very much like this.
Yes, exactly. That's true.
Yeah.
Also, almost like Invasion of the Body Snatchers type of thing was going on.
Yeah.
Because we watched them pretty much back to back, didn't we? We watched the Suicide Squad and then watched this after, and it was like, oh, this is all very much the same bad guy.
Yeah. I'd forgotten about that.
So it's
that's nasty. That
was
nasty right there. So gross.
It reminded me of DCC 1 and the cockroach woman. The
hoarder.
The hoarder. Yep, that's
yeah. I thought you know what? This whole movie has such a consistent tone. It moves so fast.
Yep.
There's not I can't think of any moments of drag at all. The cast was spectacular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love Elizabeth Banks. I really do.
Yeah, she's great. Nathan Fillion, of
hilarious.
Course. So good.
What he was thrust into. It's like
just
that
wonderful
one line.
Deliveries. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is some fucked up shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The look on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, there's so much good stuff about this movie. Even the special effects, lots of it practical, right?
Yeah.
Lots of practical effects. Yep. I'm always gonna be more into practical effects than CG. Anything that can be done practically is gonna look better.
Yeah, as long as if they're sneaky with the CG. Like if I'm
not
watching it, like good on you.
Yeah. Even that guy was funny.
Yeah,
like he's like, there's no wasted characters.
You feel like you have a good handle on all of them, actually.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to think of things I didn't like about it, to be honest.
Yeah, really. It was hilarious. It was gory. It was great. Like the whole thing.
It was overly icky, but it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's, I'm not super into overly icky, so that's probably the closest I could come to it being a con, but this is exactly the type of movie it's supposed to be. So that's not necessarily something wrong with the film for it to be this way. But it's fun. I've always enjoyed it. I think this is like the third or fourth time I've seen it. Oh, oh no, I thought that said an uncut, but it's just a foreign language. Sorry. I was just wondering if there was an uncut version in here with even nastier stuff.
Yeah, geez, I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling to think of stuff that I didn't like. But also it doesn't. It's not very ambitious either when it comes to
simple
being a movie. It is just entertainment. So, I don't think there's like a cap.
Yeah, and it never tried to be anything more than that. And it didn't want to be any more than that.
Nothing super deep.
This is just great junk food. It's really good tasting junk food.
Yeah, wonderful junk food. Even the ending song cracked me up.
Forgot what it was.
I can't remember either, but I remember loving it. It's pretty long, guys. It was more than a month ago that we watched these.
Yeah.
So,
I have to remember the goldfish anyway. So,
but they had a really great. We got a $2 donation.
Let's go. Where are the white women at? I don't know. I can't find them.
Wait, what's that from?
Where are the white women at?
Is that a quote?
Is that from this movie?
Because if it is, I forgot. If it's from this movie. Hey there, how you doing?
It was Blazing Saddles. That's right. Okay. That's right.
It's like that is way different from what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
everybody like Enigma, Amanda, and Sashi. Okay.
Yeah, you got us. Thank you.
It's been decades since I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say except everyone who hasn't seen it should go see it. And I really think this is kind of like, before James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy, this was like his flagship. This was the thing that you watched to know who he was, right? And since then all the bigger movies have taken front and center. But I think this is an even better demonstration of any of the movies he's done since of his style. Like this is
better than Superman.
Yeah.
Is that the one that just came out?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard only mediocre things.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
fine. But this is definitely a better movie. I think my favorite movie of his is Guardians of the Galaxy 1. But this one is like very pure. You know, he doesn't have an IP that he's trying to cater towards. You know, this is his thing. So yeah, I mean, guys, check it out. All right, so we only saw one number. Come on, guys.
I've only seen one, and we've got multiple
Are you saying
people
that
watching.
None of you did your homework? We need more numbers. Come on.
Y'all have had 2 months.
I can't believe people would not watch the movies that they're supposed to.
It's supposed to be fun, y'all. It's a movie. Fun.
And if Sin's saying that, you guys messed up.
Yeah, I got yours, Enigma.
Yep.
That part.
That part.
Oh, go back one.
No.
That might have been the
gnarliest
part.
That was nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, that was gross.
Oh man.
Somebody
change the picture.
Somebody gets in a wastebasket. Keep the picture. Get a wastebasket.
I'm just not gonna look at the screen. Oh, I can't. Ugh.
Oh, and then I forgot Pam Beesly had her cameos.
She was great in this.
Yeah,
she was so good. Okay, well, looks like everyone didn't do their homework. So audience, you're all fired.
I know.
But that means that their average is 6.3.
It's 6.3.
Yeah.
So
what does the IMDb say?
I don't know.
Let's do ours first, and then we'll check IMDb.
Okay.
To see how wrong they are.
Oh, finally.
So my rating, I'm going to give this one an 8.
Oof.
Same. Right at
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's extremely high.
Well, because I mean,
I enjoy it, but it's
compare movies to each other, and so that's not the point of the rating for me in my head, at least. It's like, how well did it stay true to itself, and was it cohesive, entertaining, all the things, and I feel like this one checked off a lot of boxes that I also gave an 8 to what was the Viggo Mortensen one that we did? The
Eastern Promises?
Yeah. And I think that is a better, more intricately crafted movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I still stand by 8 on this one for its just trueness to itself.
Yeah, well, it's just fun.
Genre,
to me, it's pretty much a perfect movie, except for what it is. For what it's like, it did exactly what it wanted to do, and it's very entertaining. And I just struggle to find flaws with it. So 8. Well, Sin, what's yours?
I'm giving it a 6.5.
Oh, 6.5. I was guessing 6.
Yeah, it's not quite at a 7 for me, but I feel like it's better than a 6. I absolutely don't hate it. I think for me, it just because, and this is not, like I said, it's not really a con of the movie, but some of the grossness was just a little bit nastical. And that's not nastical, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that big woman, and then that worm in the lady's mouth. Ugh.
Sin is fat phobic, so you heard it here first.
I'm
yeah. You can be beautiful at any size. Just look at that.
Yeah, look at her.
One right in the center.
No.
So look at her.
There are some things that are just not.
Proudly rotund.
Definitely not. No, she was miserable and she was starving.
She was hungry.
She was hungry.
Oh, look at her. What a treat.
Thank you, Rich. So our average is 7.5. So we're higher than the audience. Now, what does the IMDb say?
6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Sin. You're really good at this.
Well, no, I mean, we're checking IMDb to see how wrong they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Our rating is the correct one.
Well, mine was spot on. So
spot on with the wrong
with
one,
IMDb, which is the audience score. Let me see what the audience says on Rotten Tomatoes. Hold on. Now I'm curious what they say there.
I think also her husband, the entire movie, was very giving Walter White in terms of just overall.
Well, his look. Okay, so this is interesting. The critics, professional official critics, have given it an 87%. So it's pretty high with them. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes, 63%.
Yeah,
so 6.3. That's interesting.
Hoi polloi.
It's very similar to IMDb's.
Yeah. Chaos Tincture says, I really enjoyed Slither. Well, you could have given us a number.
I know.
Chaos Tincture.
Yeah. Yeah. You lost your opportunity, brother. All right. So if Black Death was our extra credit, then Ladyhawke is next.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. So real quick, just to remind everybody, Ladyhawke was chosen as a representative of one of our Audible releases, which is Bunny Girl Evolution, which has actually done really well on Audible. So I'm really happy about that. It's nice to get something led by Dory Sachs really in there into the listener consciousness. So if you guys haven't already, check out Bunny Girl Evolution. That is on Audible, narrated by Dory Sachs. Sir Bedivere is the author.
And, Sir Bedivere the Mad, right?
The Mad, yes. Sir Bedivere the Mad is the author. Justin Thomas James is in it. I'm in it. Andy Parsnow's in it. And Tess Irondale is in it. That's
Anybody
our
else?
first one with
Nobody?
Tess Irondale. Yeah, so if you guys watched Ladyhawke,
cool.
Please leave your... I mean, I know you all did. I didn't just learn my lesson from Slither that you guys don't do your homework.
Yeah.
For sure, you guys did your homework.
Ryan definitely did not.
Oh, we were supposed to play the game where they
all fun just vacuumed out.
Yeah.
I had a whole monologue ready.
I was not informed that we were playing this game.
We talked about it. We were just talking about it right now, right before we started the stream. No.
About pretending that Ryan saw the movie?
I am ignored.
No.
I'm sorry.
And you ignored it. You ignored it.
I'm busy. Look, y'all.
Also didn't say me.
I'm crafting the spreadsheet where I keep our scores. So that's what I was working on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, ruined.
Yeah, no,
ruined the show. Thanks a lot, Sin. Okay,
it's just you and me on this one.
Everybody in the chat, leave your 1 through 10 rating so that we can judge you for it.
I'm giving it a 7.
You're already giving it. Oh,
How can we look? You guys didn't let me score Army of Darkness because I didn't rewatch it for the stream, so we cannot let Ryan score this.
All right, so we got an 8 from.
Oh my gosh, we have multiple scores on this. Hold on. Write this down.
We got an 8 from Enigma. Wow, you guys actually watched this one. Okay, so this is not Ladyhawke what we're watching. This is a preview for something.
Yeah, else. I don't know what the heck this is.
But Ladyhawke. Okay, so we got a fantasy from the 80s, right?
I took a lot of notes on this one. Okay. So many notes on this one.
Rutger Hauer, Michelle Pfeiffer, and that guy.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah. So, Ladyhawke.
Well, you took a lot of notes in, so pipe up, sister.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things that so I'd only seen this once before, a long time ago, like back in the 80s. So I had forgotten a lot about it. I just remembered that I liked it. I still liked it okay, but one of the things that stood out to me that I had completely forgotten about was how heavily infused with 80s electro synth music this movie was, and I did not like that.
Yeah.
Because it did not fit.
No.
The tone or the look or anything. And
I feel like that's so common in a lot of 80s movies, though.
Absolutely.
Like it's
because
synth time. Yeah.
MIDI and synths was like a new thing.
They were like, let's do it for everything.
Yeah. It was like new tech.
How old
this is going to replace all instruments. This is amazing. You know, like they wanted to play with their
they
toys.
overdid it. It just didn't, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work at all. It makes everything feel like
hokey,
yeah. Like a movie. Right? Like, okay, so if I'm watching a fantasy movie, I want to get lost, right? And immerse and like believe that this world is real.
The Conan score. That was perfect for what it was.
Right? There's something so ubiquitous about orchestration, right? About the classical instrumentation of an orchestra. That feels organic and is so ingrained in our culture that it can be invisible, right? We can lose ourselves in the music and just experience it in the background and allow it to just do its work. Right.
And know when to take center stage. Like sometimes because music, like, you know, you get a grand sweeping moment of because, you know, so much of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings are these gorgeous sweeping, you know, wide shots of the landscape. And then that's when like the music is really taking hold. And
right. But you know, you take fantasy with it, and it feels that like it fits, like this is what we you know, it's organic in a way, right? And so those that's what you need for fantasy. You really need a good reason to use electronics in fantasy. You know, I mean, like, you wouldn't see somebody, you know, some busker in a village or in a town playing a synth.
You want that,
right?
That wire that
right. So you hear a synth and it's like, what the hell? It's, you know, like, what if Gandalf pulled out a
oh
gun
my gosh, can you just imagine if they did that?
Like,
actually,
right, Sashi, you're that's right, Sashi, but that fit those shows because it took place in present day, and that was present day music at the time.
What is Airwolf? Was it about was it a wolf that plays basketball?
No, it was almost think Knight Rider except with a helicopter. This guy had this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the synth fits that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, not great, because 80s synths just sound garbage, right?
Knight Rider's a fantastic theme song, and I do not want to hear otherwise. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Have you never heard that? Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know the Knight Rider one.
What is that?
But
old man
is Jeff mad that Ladyhawke wasn't scored by John Williams? I mean, it would have been better.
It would have been better.
Like, I'm not gonna.
It would have been better. That really affected my overall enjoyment, because it was just such a tone mismatch, just did not fit. I also while I liked the overall story, I thought it was interesting. I thought number one, it felt a little too long. It's about 2 hours, right?
It drags.
Yeah, it does. But also some other stuff that went on in here, like some of the fight choreography was not very good at all. Like the sword fighting, it was not good. These bumbling knights that couldn't even catch him, for one thing. And I guess that, like, when they're chasing after him in that little place where people were eating, maybe that was supposed to be for comedy, but it was so ridiculous to me. And then the final fight choreography was just not, and then some of the writing, just like, if I fail, kill Isabeau. What? You're going to kill you know, with Rutger, when he's like, if I fail in my mission, kill her. What?
Also, her name was Isabeau?
Isabeau or something. She had an unusual
name. I prefer
name.
Isabeau.
Isabeau. Hi, Dan. Sorry, I didn't say hi when your super chat was popped up. My goodness, that's very generous. Thank you so much, Dan. Very kind of you.
When we see a link in their profile, like that means that's from your channel.
They're watching. Yeah.
Okay, so the super chat's going to you.
Yeah, it would go to me. Yeah.
Well, then I quit. I'm done here. I thought I was getting $3.33 for this.
Well, I think you got a $2 one earlier. I thought Matthew Broderick's I kind of liked his character, the way he talked to himself and some of the things he would say to himself in his like little dialogue. You know, well, we've come full circle, Lord. I would like to think there's a higher meaning in all of this. It certainly would reflect well on you. Like little things like that I thought were kind of funny. But
I actually thought his character was kind of well written, but I also didn't like his performance.
Sometimes I thought he was pretty funny, though. I guess it was in the looks on his face. And he was okay. He wasn't super standout, but I didn't dislike his performance.
Somebody in the chat was saying that he tends to be the same in all of his characters. Did you see just a lot of regular old Matthew Broderick in this one?
Regular Matthew yeah.
He's probably more different in this than other things.
Than Ferris?
But he couldn't decide whether to do a terrible British accent or an American accent. Like it was like he was doing terribly with the accent for so long, and then finally the director was like, you know what, just forget it.
just do what you want.
Just
kind of like Kevin Costner in Robin Hood. Yeah.
Oh, not that good. Not, I mean, as in
bad.
Not bad enough to be entertaining.
Yeah.
Right. Like I really want to watch that Robin Hood again, just for that, because it's so hilariously bad. But I don't know. Sometimes the character, like, I just didn't buy any of the action.
It wasn't very well done. No.
Even when it was just like dudes chasing him around, and like,
yeah,
he was just a little bit faster than them, but still looked clumsy, but he's supposed to be like this master thief who's really agile and everything. But it just came off as everyone is watching him run away, and kind of trying to catch him. So, like, I don't know, the action just never worked for me.
That horse was gorgeous, though, y'all.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I really loved the Ladyhawke. That was beautiful. It was
the hawk itself, or the
or
Michelle Pfeiffer.
My favorite part of the
What?
I don't know. I didn't see the damn thing.
Oh, that's right.
I was waiting for you to get you like really trying to engage with me. I was like, oh shit.
I was talking about the horse, and you started talking about the hawk. So I was like, oh, really?
I think my favorite thing about this movie would be Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer as actors. I think they're just very watchable people.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't find the actual story between them very interesting. Like I don't feel like I got enough of their story to gain, to pick up any interest. It was a little too shrouded in mystery.
What are you doing, Ryan?
I'm really blurry. I'm sorry. Listen to Jeff. Don't watch me.
Look at you.
So sorry. I'm just trying to my face for everyone. That's what they're here
sorry,
for.
Jeff. I was so distracted by him.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sit here very calmly and.
Yeah. It was just a lot of. Oh, what is the other person saying? And nothing that they're saying is interesting.
You mean the messages that Matthew would take back to her, and
he seems to like really embellish the shit out of everything.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did,
which is kind of funny. But I don't know. I found the romance to be lame. Lame and kind of generic. I wish that there was some other element to their relationship that was interesting. But like, one thing I didn't catch, did they meet each other before they were shape changers?
Yeah, you definitely didn't catch that part. Yes, okay. They had been in love with each other, and that crazy bishop guy was lusting after Michelle Pfeiffer, and when he found out she didn't want him, she was involved with Rutger, he cursed them.
Right.
Yeah.
So that but like there's no more about it besides that, as far as I could tell. Like about their characters. Do you mean? Well, like what their relationship was like.
Oh, before all of that? Yeah, all you know is that they fell in love, and then you see this is where they are now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There wasn't very good world building. I thought that the actual shots, the actual camera work of the literal world was great. Right? Like all these amazing landscape shots, really long, wide shots, beautiful countryside that they were traveling through. But there wasn't much to it. It was all wilderness until they came upon what were the set pieces? That castle with the monk. There was the church at the end.
Then there was the town where he was, where they stayed imprisoned in the beginning.
Okay.
And then with those little, like those, I don't know what they were, people in the woods. They stayed at that place.
People in the woods.
Yeah, there's like this wife and husband, and they had this place that they let them stay, like in the stable or something.
Right. And then there was another stable they stayed in that was in a little village.
When they were, yeah, right, exactly. When they went to like this little village place, yeah.
No, everything was pretty unremarkable when it came to the actual sets where they were encountering people.
And some characters that you thought were going to be really significant, like Alfred Molina's character, he was defeated very easily and it was over.
Yeah, that
which surprised me.
That was, yeah, that left me feeling like, what? That's it?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah.
And do you guys notice that Alfred Molina in this era of movies always played like just some idiot thug?
Like he did in Raiders?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Raiders, yeah.
I don't remember any others he was in during this time.
Like he's like this powerhouse of acting ability. And they're like, go play Numbnuts the Third, you know, like.
Well, this
way to work his way
probably up. Also these were his early days.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
so that's probably why.
Enigma says, "What you mean they had typecasting way back then too? But like, why Alfred Molina for that typecast? That's what I'm saying. Is like, why is he playing these random things? I mean, maybe
honestly, because playing stupid is not as easy as you'd think. Like, you have to be kind of smart to play stupid, unless you're just naturally that stupid. But you can't really direct those people.
Right.
I mean, have you ever had Justin in a session? God.
Oh man.
Fucking moron.
Justin, they're talking about you.
I only talk shit about the people that don't come on SBTLs for Cynema.
I know. Shame on them.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as keen on this movie. I wish Ahmed was here because we watched it together, and I wanted to.
So I guess he's going to be taken up the whole time, huh?
I guess.
I don't know. When I saw him downstairs, he said he was nearly done with his little Ethernet.
Oh, I would really have liked to know what he thought about it as well. What did he think about Slither? Do you remember?
He had a good time.
Oh, we had a great time. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all all watched that.
Yeah.
Y'all have all the fun.
Well,
move to Kansas City.
Can't move to Kansas City. Can't do that.
You can't or won't.
I can't. I can't. Whole family's here. Can't do that.
Move the family.
We have a compound here too. You guys should just move here. It's just our compound's not as big as yours.
Then why would we do that?
I know.
Okay. So you're making the argument very easy. You're just
Also, my husband's business is here. Can't do that.
Okay. That one makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, Ahmed's texting me back.
Okay, what's he saying? Is he coming?
Your number rating.
Oh, he's just going to give you the number rating. Oh, I wanted to hear his thoughts. So far, we've got 4 scores from the audience.
Tell him to run upstairs. Tell him to come into my lair. Oof, that goofy haircut on him on that picture.
The thing is not working, and there's a worker there doing stuff.
And so he doesn't want to leave it. Okay. Yeah. Did he give you a score?
I asked him for one. He's still typing.
I know, right? Enigma. Sorry, I'm responding to it. Okay, and Enigma said Molina grew out of his, and he is the best Otto for Spider-Man. His return was even more epic. That reunion was. Oh, okay.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Enigma. I love that. Is maybe my favorite superhero movie. Is the
Spider-Man 2?
No Way Home. That's what I'm assuming.
But Spider-Man 2 is also very up there because of Alfred Molina. But bringing Alfred Molina back with Garfield and Maguire and everything like that was just that is nostalgia milking done.
Nostalgia bait.
Yeah, but it was
perfection.
So, I was like,
yes,
I could see it and loved it every second of it. I was like, I don't care. Yes, this is.
Did
exactly
you watch reaction videos in the theaters?
Oh yeah,
so much fun.
Oh, it was just so much love. Everyone, yeah.
I know.
Okay, he's still typing, but he says,
Okay.
"Fuck Matthew Broderick's awful accent. He was awful comedy relief."
Okay.
Yeah, he just to me his whole
we need a score, Ahmed.
He's got one coming.
Okay. Okay.
Meanwhile, how many scores do we have from the audience?
We've got 4 from the audience that I've seen so far.
He's still typing. I don't want to give the number until he says other things, because it's better that way. But yeah, let's get an average from the audience. Meanwhile, I'm gonna give this one a 5.5.
Okay.
I thought it was mostly boring. And like none of the stuff that could have saved it from being boring, like the action or whatever, was well executed.
Yep. It absolutely wasn't.
And like we said, Matthew Broderick just like failed to deliver, in my opinion, a good comic relief character. And yeah, great cinematography for the long shots. Cool animals, I guess. There was a wolf and there was a hawk, and they were cool, and they were real animals.
Did you know that wolf inspired this craze in the U.S. for that specific type of wolf? It's called a Frisian.
Really?
Frisian, or Friesian. It comes from the Netherlands, which is where Rutger Hauer is from.
Oh, really?
And it was popular amongst medieval knights. So the horse that they used most often for the film was a 19-year-old stallion named Othello. I looked this shit up because I was fascinated by that horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Nice costume for Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
And like I said, Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer are very watchful people. So I think they kept the rating from going all the way bad. But yeah, that's meh. Hold on. Jeff sounds like Rhina walking through the movie review like a book report. There was a wolf and a hawk, and the two were
sounds
in the
like Ryan. Yeah.
Oh, Ryan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ahmed is mysteriously done typing without having sent another message, so he gives it a 6.
Oh, he does. Okay, a 6. Oh, he's okay.
Are you saying that for him, or did he say that before he stopped typing?
He said
he
6.
gives it a 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So 6. I got 5.5.
Okay. What about you, Ryan?
Come on, girl. We've been over this.
Oh, shit.
First, she can't remember that we're not telling people. Then she can't remember and didn't do it.
Okay, well, I gave it a 5.75. So
why the extra 0.25?
Yeah, what was the 0.25?
Because for me it wasn't as low as a 5.5, but I can't give it as high as a 6. So that's like what I did with Slither. I couldn't go as high as 7, couldn't go as low as. So I usually will compromise between these different points.
Okay.
It's a me thing. I do that all the time.
So it went low for you because of music and what else?
Music and the clumsy execution that we talked about, and it's also too long, and it meanders.
Yep.
So
okay,
so our average is 5.75.
Yeah. Now IMDb really loves this movie. What about you guys? What was their? Rich, is that everyone's average or is that our average? Is that the audience average or ours?
The audience average is 7.5.
Nice, exactly.
Is what I got.
Wow.
Ours is 5.75.
Yeah, you guys are so wrong, but thanks for playing.
Well, I think Enigma said he hadn't seen it in a while, right? Or was that Sashi that said he hadn't seen it in a while? So you guys, I hadn't seen it in a while, and I remembered enjoying it at the time, but that was teenage me. So rewatching it many decades later, I was definitely more critical of it. I didn't outright hate it, but I couldn't enjoy it like I felt like I would. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about the very end. When
that clunky ass fight in the temple at the end.
Yeah, that was awful.
Church. Yeah, it was so bad.
And then Rutger and Michelle Pfeiffer finally embracing,
the way
everyone that's in the church is just staring at, just watching.
Yeah, they're all around them, almost celebrating with them.
Yeah, it's like
which was weird.
What are you people doing here?
It was strange. It was an odd scene. It was supposed to be like lovely and charming, and it was a little cringe.
It was a lot cringe. Ladyhawke was my first time watching, and I just saw Lord of the Rings and Narnia, thinking, but I love fantasy fictional stuff. My dad influenced that with me, so I was a fan. Okay, I get you. So yeah, Ladyhawke, you're fired.
You're just firing people. I'm a little nervous. It's gonna be real weird at dinners if you fire me from the company.
All right, so last Black
Death.
Black Death. Okay, Ryan, why don't you open this one up? Real quick. We picked this one in honor of Riftside.
Heck yeah.
I believe, which is also doing really well right now, narrated by Justin Thomas James, written by Cassius Lang and what's his name? Henrik
I can't pronounce his last name.
Saetre.
R-E, yeah. Satyr?
Satra.
Sat.
We'll have to go with how. I think that's probably exactly it.
Yeah. So it's an action lit RPG kind of.
It's doing great.
Hardcore. Talking axe or talking hammer. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. The
Cookie Monster Hammer. It's a packed cast. I think it's Justin, me, Jessica Threet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do we have any more people in that one?
Nope. So not as packed as you thought, but packed with talent.
Packed with talent, that's for sure. It's doing really well. So guys, go check out Riftside, and we're currently working on Riftside 2. So
it's already in the
it's coming up, guys. So check it out, see what all the fuss is about. That is on Audible.
Yeah, so moving into this movie, I have pretty strong dislike for Eddie Redmayne most of the time. I think
this guy right here.
Yep.
Really?
Okay.
Why?
I think that he relies on physical acting as too much of a crutch, and he implements so much of that in his characters. Like, I think it works obviously very well with Theory of Everything, and where it is a physical disability that you're working with and embodying. But like, if you watch him in the Fantastic Beasts movies and stuff like that, he's just always like like a little freaking rat boy the whole time. I'm like, just act. Stop showing me that you're something and just be. But I will say in this one, there was a lot less of that. And so I re-endeared him to me a bit, because he also is, speaking of Alfred Molina, he and Alfred Molina were the original Broadway cast of my favorite play ever called Red, about Mark Rothko, the expressionist painter. So I did love him for that. But then, a lot of his acting gets a little, I don't know, a little too much. But this was just
real quick, just everybody in the audience, every single one of you who definitely watched this, give us your score 1 through 10.
But I was so just the thought of this movie, like, and like just what it evokes from the audience, and like how people respond to these sorts of things, and whether it's God-driven, science, reality, all of these things, and how people, group think together on things. And it was fascinating the whole time on how the way that people would react to a situation like this. And I think its tone throughout was incredible. Dark and horrifying, and like just like the brutal realities of living in that time and through something as widespread and horrible. And just even like this scene where it was just like, nope, she at least she's gonna get a quick death, sort of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was pleasantly surprised by this movie. I actually liked it quite a bit. Of course, Sean Bean. You can't lose with him, in my opinion. I just love his presence. He carries movies pretty well.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, he's awesome.
Well, I've always liked him, but every movie that he's in,
he has to die.
I go into it fully expecting that he will die, and I would have been extremely surprised if he had lived through this one.
Through Black Death,
Of course he did.
And he had an amazing horrific end. That's awesome.
And I thought
maybe his most badass death. One of his most badass deaths.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What were you were going to say something?
I also just thoroughly I can't remember her name, but she's the Scarlet, like the Red Witch in Game of Thrones too. She's the main witch in this as well, and just she is always so enticing in her acting. Like she draws you in with it, and some of that is like it is a hypnotic sort of and I think that I'm pretty sure I saw it coming, if I'm remembering correctly, but like not in like a bad way, but I was like, oh, I bet the girl's gonna be alive. But I think it was a brilliant like switch that that he, like, the morality that he has to face as his little monk self goes and murders his wife. I loved all the thought that it provoked in throughout.
For sure. I thought all the actors were very effective. I thought this is one of those sort of band of brothers making questing across the countryside sort of stories. I really enjoyed the band of brothers. I thought that the characters were all really well fleshed out, and I gave a shit when they died, and they were fun to watch.
What the hell is that sound?
That is my dog, Chibi. Sometimes she does this when I'm doing a review. She
sounds like she's like doing her little.
So she's in the chair over there, and she's like, what she does, what I call scrunching. You know how a dog likes to scrunch up a towel or whatever. Well, she's doing that, but there's nothing to scrunch. But she's still like going at it. It's funny. Okay, she's stopped now.
Specifically Sean Bean's character, I really liked him a lot. Like that one, my favorite moment of the movie was when he killed the woman that they were about to burn as a witch.
That was your favorite part. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that showed a lot about his character, and
like he knows that this mob is full of shit, and that there's nothing that can be done about it.
Exactly.
Like there's no amount of arguing that's going to give her, her life. I mean, might as well be a quick death.
Yeah, he and his he and the rest of his crew could have held their own for a second, but there were too many people. They would have killed maybe 4 or 5 villagers and then been overwhelmed if they tried to fight them. There was just nothing he could do. And so he just did the only charitable thing he could possibly have done. And he sort of just, he didn't even blink, he's like he made the decision right then and there and made it happen. And it was awful. But it was just such a great defining moment of not just the movie, but the character and the part of history that they were portraying. And not just the part of history they were portraying, but the mentality, Ryan, like you were talking about, of mobs, right? And the reality that we have to face sometimes when it comes to, like
the unexplainable.
Lies are just gonna win right now. So do the best you can with what you can, and so. It was
every cult and religion and such really, I think, is our replacement for what we can't explain, and it's like, that's a whole lot of death and unexplainable, horror that so I completely see how they developed that cloistered community and their belief in her witchiness.
How did you guys feel about the action?
Oh, great. Yeah.
I thought it was better than obviously Ladyhawke.
Yeah.
And it wasn't overly actiony.
Yeah. The only one I'm thinking of is when he kind of goes off and like sees that his girl, like where she was, or, that was also kind of a little bit of a moment that I was struggling to understand what was happening. Like,
when he went with the group and then he snuck off to go meet up with her.
Yes.
And that's when he thinks she's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it felt that part I felt was like, I don't know. it could have been clearer in his intention. Now, again, it's been a while since we watched it, but I was like, there was just something in there that was a little muddy. And then, yes, leading into that action scene there were some moments of that action sequence that I was not completely behind either. I was just like, okay.
Yeah. I think they did as little. I think they did a good enough job of keeping it real, though. Like you said, Sin, it's not very action movie action.
Mm-hmm.
It's gritty and scrappy, and close quarters, and very much like you feel like everyone's just trying their hardest to survive.
Yeah, it definitely was more effective than any of the other stuff that they gave us in Ladyhawke, like those sorts of engagements, against, fighting with somebody. This just worked better.
Yeah,
so much
but
better.
This one I loved so much. There wasn't a Ladyhawke in this one though.
Aww.
I didn't like as much, but it's just a personal opinion.
The Black Plague itself is
horrifying.
So fucking scary.
Yeah,
that plague was the death, the mortality rate of that thing was, like we just went through a pandemic that everyone freaked the hell out over something with a nearly 100% survival rate.
Yeah.
Okay. This thing, you got it and you were
done.
Pretty much. Yeah. Like your chances of living, it was so terrible.
Yeah.
It wiped out so many people. Oh my gosh. And they had no understanding of the importance. I mean, they kind of show there a little bit, the plague doctors had those masks. So they sort of kind of understood-ish, to try to sort of protect, but they didn't fully understand. Yeah. And, sorry, you were getting ready to say something, Ryan.
Oh, I don't know that I was. It's okay.
Oh, looked like you were. Sorry.
I'm always saying
the boils under the armpit.
Under the yeah. So the one that how I learned about the boils under the arms with the Black Death was Kevin J. Anderson at Con Carolinas. He was talking about this story that he wrote when he was a young kid. And he wrote it, I don't know, for school or whatever, and his mom read it. And the story involved the Black Death, and them, the character would notice when they had the boil under their arm was typically where it would start, I guess, because the lymph nodes and everything. Yeah, and so that was, I never really fully understood, like, how it would manifest itself, and they did a really good job showing that in here. It was so gross.
Yeah, it was, the makeup was great.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Was great.
Yeah.
And the bio warfare basically that happened in this movie was like,
yes,
I totally didn't see that coming. Okay, so I did buy into the supernatural stuff until we see the reveal. We see
why, yeah,
because you're supposed to buy into it, and so I was like, okay, it's going to be supernatural, okay, but I think that it being revealed that it really wasn't. And that they had just been, it was basically like they were just doing, sort of, like what magicians do.
That's a bait and switch.
How they fooled him, how they made him think these things. And so he did what he did. That made me like it even more.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, okay, so they really kept this thing grounded. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go. And so I appreciated that. I appreciated also like how he did, not that I like that he brought it into the town, what I mean, but like the way it was revealed that he had walked right in, and he knew he probably knew the entire movie that he was carrying this thing.
Well, not the entire movie. I don't think he had it till later. Because he wouldn't have survived the journey. It was too long of a journey for him to survive.
How long of a journey was it, though? It
didn't
even tell us.
I mean, at least a week or something, right?
Like, how
long? Yeah, I don't know that it
killed
killed you like within a day after you got it, though.
Not a day, but like a week is probably long enough.
Look that stuff up, Brian. Let us know.
I got you.
I'm just curious, like how long was the incubation period? And
I mean, at the very least, he would have shown more obvious signs on the journey.
Well, he was covered pretty much from neck to toe. So you never saw what else was going on in his body, and nothing was on his face. But maybe he was covered with it a whole bunch of other places. He dealt with the pain well.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, so some individuals succumbed within 24 hours, while others survived up to a week. So yeah,
Okay.
he must have gotten it on the journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And do we have any more numbers, guys? Did anybody else watch?
I just got one. Enigma gave us one.
What else can we say about this movie? Great costumes. Everyone looked sufficiently destitute and disgusting.
Yep.
Great sets, I think. Convincing sets.
Yeah, there was nothing that ever really pulled me out. Costume, set, anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way they were shot. Yeah.
The color palette really made you feel that
bleak,
desperate bleakness. Yeah, of the time.
Yeah, everything very desaturated.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do think that there were only two things that aggravated me a little. It wasn't a lot. There were only like two. There were times where there was shaky cam that got on my nerves a bit during some of the fight scenes. So I can only handle but so much of that. After a while, it starts to really aggravate me because it starts to make me feel
disoriented.
I don't like it. And then another thing, I felt that it was foolish of them to have, as suspicious as they were of the townspeople, I felt it was very foolish of them to eat and drink what they were offered by these people.
Yeah, that was another thing.
That was a huge mistake.
Yeah,
I just didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't buy that part.
When you're in that situation, how? You know, like
right. They already didn't trust them, so why would you take anything from them? Obviously, they had to because they had to be put in this position where they were imprisoned or whatever. But I felt like they could have and probably should have gotten them there differently than how it happened.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because they really went from very, very suspicious to let's chill and eat. Yeah.
Oh, drink whatever you give us, eat whatever you give us. Okay. I know. Okay, we did see more of his body. I don't remember how much he had on him.
No, this is right at the end.
Yeah, we saw. What I mean is, like at the end, his shirt's off. So were there any? I don't remember. Was there anything else on him besides what was under his arm?
No, not really. Not really. It was like he had just gotten it, so he wasn't showing very many signs. He didn't.
Where the heck did he pick it up?
I think it either
was there somebody else
group
that
of villagers or
plenty
the
of
people that were attacking.
Yeah.
Plenty of.
Yeah, he was rich, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, he was drawn and quartered rich, and that was the part of the movie that was like, haha, everyone in this. So the whole village was clean. They didn't have the plague, and that was the whole reason for them to go to the village. They wanted to discover why the plague wasn't.
Well, they had supposedly heard that dead people were being revived or something, right?
Yeah. And so it turned out it's because they were killing everybody who was coming around and also just being isolated. So that was the only reason they didn't have the plague. But when they basically that was his revenge on the whole village, that they drew and quartered him, but he already had the plague. So that spread the plague to the rest of the village. But I mean, it's a great way to end the movie. I don't know. I really like that. And I really found it interesting how at the very end of the movie, the monk turned into,
the villain.
Grand Inquisitor type of.
Yeah, and he saw her everywhere that he went.
I love that because it was introducing like how quickly, when you are not getting what you need or want out of the real world, how quickly those religious associations can be destroyed. Oh, bye. Hi.
Hi, Ahmed.
Hi.
Ahmed.
You have
did you get it sorted?
Yeah, I think something got sorted, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's it's fixed, not in the way that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's,
okay.
Audio nerd stuff. Yeah, The Black Death.
Yeah.
Very sleepy movie.
Sleepy?
Very dark.
Wait, sleepy?
Very awful in the end.
Awful in a good or bad way.
I mean, it was awful as a whole. The story itself was awful, just
but
awful, not bad. Like, yeah.
Awful as in like
no.
Like, oh, these awful happenings.
Yes.
Isn't she the chick who played in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's another thing we talked about that you didn't listen to. When
I heard you talking about her, but I didn't hear you refer to Game of Thrones.
This is like half the cast of Game of Thrones. Yeah, this is how she got the gig, right? Like,
yeah, probably.
She played this character and then did it again in Game of Thrones. It was like
it was basically the
same character.
Well, she did have power in Game of Thrones, though.
Yeah, Game of Thrones was. Yeah, she was.
So Ahmed, give us
like
more.
Historical. There's no real magic.
We're pretty much done with this one. So give us the rest of your take.
Oh yeah, the 8.
Okay.
I love.
Give us your take. Bye.
That was the
see you next time.
Bye. The take is this movie was realistic and like historical. It felt historical. This is exactly the kind of shit that happens in real life. Like over and over and over and over and over and over and over. This is like humanity. Like that's what was great about it. It was just it didn't pull any punches. It was like super awful all the way through. Living in the Dark Ages was hard, and they had and going to war was crazy, and like what was interesting I think about the movie is the way that they wanted you to think that the magic was real, or rather they wanted to bring you into the place that these soldiers were thinking,
or all of the world were. Totally.
Yeah,
that was so effective.
They wanted to give you so you as the viewer were like, wait a minute, is this historical or is it not? Like you and that line right there, I think that's where the play is, because you're watching it and
there's the rub.
think it's a historical movie, but then you're like, is this actually fiction, or like what's happening here? And it is fiction, but is historical fiction that's trying to pretend to be But that's what people thought back. Like that's what those soldiers, the people who went after her, were thinking. They thought that her power was real, and they had to fight against it.
Yeah. All right. Any other notes?
So but
8.
I was having trouble understanding Eddie Redmayne's voice, man, with his accent full on is like hard for me.
Should have turned on subtitles.
I was having trouble with it. Yeah, no.
One of
the first days I was at the house, and I didn't want to be not cool, an old man,
Yeah.
And I appreciate. But I should have put on subtitles.
Okay, here's my question for I don't know if we've gone through this with the the viewers and everything. Are you do you prefer having subtitles on, or where does everyone sit with that?
If I have to use subtitles on a movie, to me that means that's going to mark it down.
Yep.
In rating.
Okay, so for me, it doesn't mean that, but I will often use it because if I'm watching a movie with a group of people, especially with one of my aunts who chatters the entire
if they don't understand what's going on.
And asking questions or just talking about other
stuff.
What's
happening now, Sin?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, totally.
Exactly.
What's happening
I
now?
have to watch subtitles, and a lot of times I watch these movies in my bedroom on my laptop, and my husband is watching something else. So I turn on subtitles because I've got the TV's blaring Spanish stuff over here. And, so it's mostly so that I'm not missing anything because of my environment.
Sure, totally.
So
yeah, and I need to clarify it, like if it's a foreign film or if everyone's speaking not English, of course we need subtitles. Yeah.
But like if at all possible, I am loath to put on subtitles unless it's like absolutely necessary, because usually too it's like it really detracts from your viewing experience. There's this bright white thing happening that like you can't like.
Well, your brain is also reading.
Yeah, and I'm
not
not
focusing
watching
on
the damn movie. Yeah, I hate subtitles.
Yeah.
I love subtitles. Because I'm old. And
but I love you.
Probably going.
I accept that about you.
Good.
Our top audio engineer's hearing is going. Well, you heard it here first. Bye, everyone.
I suggest
or maybe you didn't hear it here first. Or maybe you didn't. I didn't.
I suggest watching Better Man with subtitles because some of the British accent in some of those scenes is so strong. Some people might have trouble, but also the lyrics of some of the songs, which I didn't fully get when I watched it in the theater until I got it at home and turned on. And I was like, oh, that's what he was saying. Because, like, sometimes it's not always clear. So it just depends on the situation in the movie, I guess.
Generally, I don't want them.
Yeah.
Most people don't like them. That's why a lot of people don't like to watch foreign films because they don't want to read subtitles. But I feel like they're kind of missing out on some really good stuff.
Oh, totally.
When they make sort of that
films,
generalization.
I love to watch it twice, where like the first time I'm like glued to the subtitles where I'm like, know what's going on. And then the next time I'm trying to just enjoy the vibe and like how the,
well, on the replay, you can hit the CC and it should give you sort of auto-generated.
Yeah, but you can't get it live.
No, not live, no.
That totally sucks, Amanda. I'm with you.
So I'm going to say 7.5 on this one for me. I really enjoyed it. I think it was just a little slow for me to go fully 8 on it. But there's not a whole lot of stuff I didn't like about it. Other than that, I just felt like it was really well crafted.
Agree.
Mm-hmm. I will go 8 on this one.
Okay, so Ahmed, so that's fun. I was initially going to go 7.25, but I upped my score a little bit to 7.5.
All right. So
before Jeff even
7.75.
said, yeah, so that's our score.
out.
And we only got one from the audience this time. So the audience is 7.5.
Wow, you guys were very close.
What is
you
this?
Guys were
they were
very
spot
close.
on, right?
It was like the one guy who does the homework for everybody in the group project.
I like those 0.25s, Enigma. Sometimes they even go 3 point.
He's the class
I
rep.
go 0.325 sometimes.
You need to be stopped.
No.
She does. She needs to be stopped. Okay. All right. So that's our movies, guys. Thank you for doing all of your homework.
Yeah, we
really
had
appreciate
huge participation.
Yeah.
Like last week, the
hang on,
audience participation was huge with the scores.
Yeah.
Slither was
Slither.
I just want to talk. Yeah.
Okay,
Slither was incredible. I enjoyed the shit out of that movie. I just have to say, James Gunn, he's just, I don't know, something about him really gets me. It's the girl. She's just, it's hilarious. She shows up like somewhere halfway through the movie and then becomes the hero. And like, it's just so funny how like this character just shows, it just was really weird to me how she just became a main character and then she's just there for the rest of the movie, and she's like, but my absolute favorite thing was the way that the creature took on the characteristics of, what's the actor's name from...
Michael Rooker?
Yes, took on Michael Rooker's personality, and all of the zombies were like, oh, they were tortured about the same thing as he was. That was brilliant. That was so much fun. Yeah, Slither was probably my favorite of the 3 movies for sure. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about that real quick because I really enjoyed that one. But yeah,
I'm glad you enjoyed that. What would you have given? What number score would you have given it?
Oh, probably an 8.
Oh wow. Okay,
No.
Ryan and Jeff did that as well.
Maybe a 9.
Oh wow.
9.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, I really liked it.
It was super fun.
I mean, I gave Black Death an 8.
Yeah.
And that movie was English.
Oh, Ender's Game? Outlander. No. That's a poopy movie.
But I did watch.
Oh, and no, I liked the end, but that's just me.
It was.
I like the book.
I like the book.
Poop.
I enjoyed some aspects of the movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed some. I think that
Which one?
Ender's Game.
Ender's Game.
Oh, I still haven't seen it.
With what's his name?
Harrison Ford and Asa Butterfield, right?
Asa Butterfield.
Yeah, I watched that many years after I'd read the book, so I'm glad there was that distance between.
Yeah, the book is different.
Have you read more of those books? They get more and more
halfway through the second one.
Complex.
And that's when I stopped. I stopped with Bean's story.
Oh, I made it through, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them. There was this one where some girl from Asia was like tracing the wood grain in the floor, and she was very obsessive about it. I don't even remember why or how, but I never forgot that because it started to get on my nerves. Okay, whatever. Nothing to do with this.
So now we need to figure out what our next month's releases are.
Oh,
okay. So
that.
Wait,
I know we were supposed to log
Hear
in.
me out. We could just post it later when we have a informed decision.
Yes, let's do that. Since 3 of us live in the same,
What? Wait. Post what later? Post our decision, but not
what the movies are. Yeah.
Pick the movies later, not on stream, unless up to you guys.
we
I'm
always
late.
pick the movies on stream.
Yeah, I think we ought to. We ought to. Plus, we gotta give all these people.
Audience might miss
I feel
a post
late,
about it.
Well, you kind of are. You are a little bit late.
Okay, wait. What score would you have given Ladyhawke?
We should just go.
He already
Ladyhawke's
said
6.
Oh, yes, right. 6.
Matthew
I wrote that down. You just weren't here for the conversation. Okay. Okay, so today's the 13th, and so what we've got coming up is we got a pre-order for Chrysalis 6.
Okay.
And then a pre-order for Love, Death, and Other Awkward Spells.
Okay.
And then in September, we have pre-order for ELLC 11. And then later, Chrysalis 7. That's the stuff coming up.
So we definitely got to do something for Ants.
Yeah.
What is the date?
The date of the next one?
Yeah. Let's
September 10th.
9/10. All right, I'm making the post.
So we've got Ants, Love, Death, LLC, basically.
Okay.
Chris, more ants. We did so many ants.
We recently released Time Marked, but that was yesterday. I don't know if we want to include that sort of genre.
So Chrysalis 7.
Time Marked would be a fun one to do as a movie, though. I will say.
Right?
DCC 7.
Wait,
DCC 7 was one
no,
of them?
No.
ELLC.
Oh.
ELLC
11. Yeah.
Your hearing is going, old man.
I don't know what you're saying. Who are you?
It's okay, Park.
What's the third one? What's the third one?
Chrysalis. I don't know which one.
Oh, Love, Death,
Death.
and Other
Death,
other something spells.
Other spells. What kind of a thing is that?
Sounds like is that like a cozy paranormal?
So the front cover looks like one of it. It reminds me of Corpse Bride.
Ooh.
I don't want to see Corpse Bride.
Yeah, that's fair.
Edward Scissorhands. I've seen it so much though.
Well, that's okay.
So
okay,
is it almost?
How about Love Potion number 9?
Rich also agrees.
Yeah, some kind of Tim
Burton
film. Yeah.
What about Sleepy Hollow?
I was going to say that right before you said it. I would definitely rewatch Sleepy Hollow. I love that movie.
All right, let's do it. Sleepy Hollow.
I don't think I've ever seen it. So
yes.
Ooh!
Yes.
And that's a sleepy movie. But this time with the subtitles.
Yes, Rich. Definitely.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
But this time with the subtitles.
I enjoy Sleepy Hollow. I know I'm going to like it. It's been not too long since I've seen it, but I don't care.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Cool. That is Johnny Depp too, right?
Yes, Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, 1999.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken
with no lines.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't talk.
Oh, that's so sad.
Oh, you'll see why.
It's 1999 film.
1999. All right. Sweeney Todd would have been a good
Definitely
choice,
not
but I just
interested.
don't want to see it.
All right.
No. Have you ever seen it?
No.
When I found out it was a musical, I was like, no.
Well, I mean, of course it's a musical. It's
Sondheim.
Yeah.
What?
It's incredible.
I know, I've heard it's good, but I just
It's beautiful. It's a really it's a well
done.
It's a good
musical. It's a good musical.
Yeah. I would rather it just be a movie.
I know, because you don't like fun things.
Yes. Correct.
Look, there are some musicals that I absolutely adore.
Yeah, which one?
You guys.
Better Man, Sound of Music.
Did you say Batman?
But Better Man.
Oh, okay.
I bought Sin. Vintage, beautiful,
it's so nice. Yes.
Cap And
I'm not wearing it.
To wear it at
I'm not
Dragon.
gonna. You did not buy that. You did not buy that for me.
Yes, you did. Oh. I have the proof. It was an eBay box. I threw it out in the recycling.
I thought that was just a picture that somebody put up of the hat.
You accuse me of lying about the Chuck E. Cheese hat?
I thought you were being funny.
You do not lie about Charles Entertainment Cheese.
You can wear the hat, Jeff.
You could as well.
I don't want to wear it. It looks ridiculous.
Fun. Maybe you would.
Look, I like fun. I just don't like stupid fun. Because it's not fun to me. It's stupid.
That's not fun. That's stupid.
You're operating the prize desk at the event for
I don't need it. Who said I don't need to wear a dumb hat for it?
Where is it though? Why isn't it on camera? Where is it? Is it here? Is it in the house?
I think it's on my desk.
It just looks like a baseball cap.
Probably on my desk.
Yeah, and what do you have against that?
Yeah.
I said if you got me a cool fedora, I'd wear that.
Well, I got
that is an oxymoron.
Fedoras are cool. No, it is not. I'm not wearing the top hat. You wear top hats well. You can wear it.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. Get it.
Look at that.
Hit it. That's so good.
And she's not gonna wear it.
Nash. I choose you, Pikachu.
Them. Okay.
Oh, really?
This hat smells like 1,000 colognes.
Oh,
was it 1,000 colognes?
That's the name of the cologne.
I've been down for this one.
Them.
I've never.
This is very old.
I saw this a long time ago.
1954.
I'm definitely
you already
not
saw this one?
Excited about it.
What about Starship Troopers? Let's just
watch
that
we did that already.
Let's just watch that again.
The Fly.
There's no.
Ooh, The Fly. Done. Sold.
It's been decades since I've seen The Fly.
Cronenberg Fly?
Yes.
I'm assuming that's
Jeff Goldblum. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The B movie.
Did we not?
Yes.
Did we not?
Oh wait, no. It's also a B movie, but
no,
the B movie's also a movie.
We have not done The Fly.
No, we haven't. I'd remember that shit.
Yep.
Pinocchio. Jiminy is a cricket, so there's a bug.
Yeah, I feel like The Fly is a little bit of a stretch.
Okay.
The B movie. That's Seinfeld. I don't know why. Why is it so hard?
Does it have to be about?
B?
So it has to be about a movie about insects or a movie about ants.
We could just watch Ants, the one with a Z.
We already did that.
We did that one
we
too.
Did that one. Yeah.
Did we?
That was low hanging fruit. We could do Ant-Man. That's not.
That's so much higher hanging.
It's so also not really about bugs, I guess.
I love that we're watching the B movie game as well.
Is that what this is? Oh my god, I thought the movie was just that old that the CGI was just.
There's this movie called The Ant Bully. Have you guys seen that? Heard of that?
I've heard of it. Yeah. Yeah, but that's.
Oh, there's Empire of the Ants, which is
actually Ant Bully might be pretty close to like on theme because he's like, isn't he like shrunk down to like?
Ender's Game was a good choice from that perspective because the aliens are bugs.
Oh, that's true.
Ender's Game.
But I don't want to watch that movie again. So. And Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yes,
we did that.
We did that one.
Well, okay.
Do you know how many chrysalises there are? There's 7 of them, bro.
I know.
We did movies for 6 of them.
Being a regular.
Yeah, the Ant Bully focuses on life from an ant's perspective. So, yeah.
Well, how ass was that movie, though? Question.
I've never seen it, so I don't know. The Ant Bully. So there's a lot of killer ants in Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but I'm not crazy about that movie.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to see that again.
Then there's the 70s movie. There's a 70s movie called Empire of the Ants.
Yeah, someone said Fern Gully.
Oh, Fern Gully.
That has ants.
I haven't seen that one.
I don't know, but Fern Gully.
Oh, and it's Robin Williams and Tim Curry.
Dude, maybe we should do Fern Gully.
The Hive. There's something called The Hive. Okay,
did you just say that again like it was your idea?
Who? Oh, what, Jeff?
Not listening to people?
No, I'm trying. I'm trying to be
Fern
convincing.
Gully.
Then there's a movie called Ant Boy.
1992. Yeah, no, done. Fern Gully.
Oh, Fern Gully is so great.
Does that involve ants? It's been a long time since I've seen it.
It chose The Fly already, though.
It's like small people.
Right.
But didn't we choose The Fly? The Fly wasn't good enough to suffice the.
I guess according to Jeff,
it's not really in theme. It's like
okay,
yeah,
because he's not an ant.
That's the big problem.
And there's just like not really much to do with
does
the
Fern Gully have an ant? It's also short, so that's a plus.
It doesn't have I don't know if it has ants, but it's like the little people world, and it's just kind of the opposite of
is like that too.
Chrysalis is. It's kind of
Cheech Marin's in it. I'm in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, Fern Gully for that.
Fern Gully.
All right, so we got Fern Gully, and what was the first one we said?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow.
We got red ants, we got black ants, we got white ants, we got brown ants.
Okay, so Time Marked Warlock or Everybody Loves Large Chests, we have skipped an entire month.
Yeah.
So if we did, and Sleepy Hollow is going to be an easy one to talk about. I think Fern Gully is probably going to be an easy one to talk about. Maybe we can do four
okay.
movies.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Because I love the idea of doing a time-based movie like Looper or
Looper is good.
We just watched Inception, but
Time Cop.
The hell is that?
Is that? Oh, I thought it was Jet Li.
You were right. You were right to say, "What the hell is that?"
It's a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You had the right idea.
Movie, but he goes back in time. It's not a time loop. I like Time Cop, but I really like Time Cop. But it's not a time loop.
Primer?
What is this? Is for
24-hour
Warlock.
I have heard. Okay. I have not seen this.
Primer is the greatest time travel movie ever.
I've heard.
You will never understand.
Oh,
you can't even
Edge
unravel
of Tomorrow is time loopy.
You can't even Edge of Tomorrow is incredible. That's just a great movie.
That is
this movie. You could write it. There's a thesis written about it, and you could go through it and still not understand it.
Oh,
that's how complicated.
Donnie
we don't have
Darko.
anything super weird.
Donnie Darko.
So Primer could
Donnie
be good.
Darko.
I also haven't seen that one in a while either. But I've never seen
time travel. We could do Tenet too. I mean, I don't know how many of you
I don't. That's my least favorite of all of Chris Nolan's.
I couldn't even finish that movie. I got 30 minutes in and my brain was broken, so I had to.
He does
have
so
to be
well
cops. Why do we need cops?
No.
What about Free Jack? I mentioned this the other day, and it applies.
Wait, who's
just put up
this?
Free Jack. Oh my God, what is this? This is
Memento.
This is incredible. This is like Star Wars, like over and over and over.
I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen Memento yet.
But Memento's not time loopy.
I mean, it's
sort of is, because he has to remind himself.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Memento would be a great one for Time Marked Warlock. I just feel like that movie's a little too perfect.
Well, then let's do it. Let's do it.
Memento?
Jeff doesn't want to do perfect
we could
movies.
Do that. We could do Back to the Future 2, the ultimate time loop.
I just really want to double dip and have a reason to watch Memento because I haven't yet.
You haven't seen Memento?
I know.
Memento's a good one. Yeah.
Hey, I have a question. Have you guys seen The Girl Who Leapt Through Time?
No.
That's the Netflix.
Well, it's also coming out on the big screen again.
Is it Netflix? I don't know.
It came up under my search for time loop movies.
The Girl Who Leapt.
But that's also animated, and we're already doing one animated.
The Girl Who Left. No,
Leapt Through Time.
There it is, 2007. Oh, it's an anime.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting an anime? If Sin is suggesting an anime, we should probably watch it.
Wait, it's not Studio Ghibli, so I do like some anime, you guys. I never said I don't like anime.
You said you don't like animated films.
I didn't say I don't like animated films. I said they're not my favorite. No. But also, as far as anime, I'm not crazy about Studio Ghibli. This is not Studio Ghibli. There's quite a few anime that I like. No, I have not. I've thought about going to see it on the big screen because it's coming back to the theaters.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's apparently time loopy. Yeah. So, Boss Level is good, and so is Deja Vu. Yes, Enigma, agreed. Have y'all seen Boss Level?
Is that the
Frank Grillo?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Frank Grillo.
Oh wait, maybe
Frank Grillo.
I didn't think he was
Naomi
a great
Watts.
leading. I got like maybe a little bit into it and then just got.
Oh, I love
bored
that
of him.
movie. That was fun. Deja Vu
Wait, what
is
was the
also
other one you suggest?
Deja Vu.
Oh, but we watched that. Oh no, we didn't watch it for
We
cinema,
didn't
but I ended up watching it because you mentioned it.
So I love that movie. But I'm okay with this too because I've heard it's time loopy.
All right, so the things that we have that are
Frequency is good too, but that's not really time loopy.
So we have
Watch this not be a time
Edge of
loop,
Tomorrow
even though it came up.
Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Memento.
There's something
Edge of
called
Tomorrow
Palm.
really on the list?
Yeah.
Well, it was brought up.
I can watch that movie once a week. It's so
I
really did enjoy watching that.
Palm Springs is also a time loop, apparently. 12 Monkeys. I've never seen 12 Monkeys.
Oh, 12 Monkeys is so good.
I've never
done 12 Monkeys.
I've never seen.
Yes, 12 Monkeys. Yes,
12 Monkeys.
Yes,
success.
Yes, this is by my favorite director.
12 Monkeys is awesome.
Remind me who directed it? Okay.
1995?
I've heard it's good. I just have never gotten around to seeing it, and I don't know why.
Brad Pitt is so good in this.
Okay. It's very good.
Did you know they had a TV show about it for a little bit?
Yes, and I watched it, and it was
I watched a little bit of it. It was
okay.
It was better than I expected it to be, but still.
It started off strong, and then it kind of fell apart when they had to really try to explain shit. You know, it's just.
Oh, okay.
That's what always happens.
Enigma says Pitt is hilarious. Okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm so down. Wait, who has not seen it besides me?
I haven't seen it.
Okay, great, fantastic. All right, so we have our movies. Or do we want? Wait, do we want to do it?
Oh, do we want to do another one
for everybody?
No, we need LLC.
Okay.
This is hard.
Okay.
So let's maybe we can think of it in terms of like a really evil boss. Like instead of worrying about
really evil protagonist.
Yeah, instead of thinking about it as a story about
bad
a
bosses.
monster.
Okay.
Or a shapeshifter.
So there's this vampire movie called Bloodsucking something, Pedro Pascal, and it's this corporate place, and they're a bunch of vampires. That was one that came to my mind when we were talking about bad bosses.
That sounds fun. What is that? You said bloodsucking something?
Bloodsucking something. It's a vampire
Bloodsucking
movie.
Bastards?
Yeah, that one. It's a little comedic too.
It looks like The Office, but with like it's gonna be sort of like What We Do in the Shadows, maybe.
I don't know if it's quite as I don't remember. I remember it was comedic and I liked it.
What We Do in the Shadows would actually that's actually a pretty
I would love to watch that movie again.
I've never seen that one either.
That's Taika. That's so good.
I'm not super crazy about Taika. No, he is wearing thin on me.
This guy. I can see how she may not like it.
I've heard the show is really good. Jojo Rabbit is good. Okay. Yes, that is actually very good.
To say about Jojo Rabbit, I would.
No, that movie is good. It broke my heart. I don't ever want to see it again.
I know it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Oh, the shoes. Oh.
Okay, gosh. What We Do in the Shadows. I would watch this again.
Yeah, let's do it. Can we?
For Everybody Loves Large Chests.
And it would be something joyful to bring to Sin, but dark and evil. So she'll like think like.
I have a feeling. Are they as evil as Boxy? Because he's pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, they want to kill people.
Okay.
So it's kind of the worst.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Nice. Well,
Wait,
okay.
which one did we decide?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, we're actually okay.
What We Do in the Shadows. Sleepy Hollow, 12 Monkeys,
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
I had to think about that one a little bit.
This is a banger.
It's very eclectic, you guys. Super eclectic. You should be proud of us for not just like zeroing in on one. Yeah, no, Sashi as well. That is not good news at all. It's terrible. Terrible. They're giving him Dread, the next Dread movie. Get Out. Oh, gosh.
Wait, who are they giving Dread?
Taika Waititi.
Yes.
I don't love all of Taika either. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really didn't like his Marvel.
The Thor stuff.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
You didn't like Ragnarok?
Did you? Okay, so I thought he was funny in Fall Guy because he was so terrible.
Oh yeah.
Not Fall Guy. I'm sorry. Free Guy. Free Guy.
Yeah.
Free Guy. Yeah. He was funny in that, but he didn't direct it. But okay, so yeah, we got quite a mixture here. All right.
Okay, great. Yeah, everyone do your homework. It should be easy because they're all bangers.
They're so good, please.
You got one movie a week. You can get it done, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till the last week before I watch them all. Oh, hey, Logical. We're just wrapping up. We've come up with our movies for the next stream, which is going to be September 10th, second Wednesday in September.
All right, guys. Well, that's our show for tonight. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks
if
for
you
watching.
all don't do your homework this time, you will be fired.
You'll be drawn and quartered.
Yeah.
Oh, literally.
Yeah.
We're gonna Sean Bean you.
We're gonna Sean Bean the lot of you.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. But yeah, thank you for coming, and glad to be back. And we'll see you next month.
Yep.
Cue us out, big
Who's
daddy.
gonna hit the button?
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to make music happen.
Just hit